This video contains spoilers of events from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and the original. Final Fantasy VII fans could not decide for the longest time, Cloud and Aerith, or Cloud and Tifa. It's become so prevalent within the fandom that these pairings have been given names. Are you Team Clearith, or are you Team Clody? The war between these two teams has been a long-standing feud for decades since the original game's release back in 1997. But recently, Hamaguchi-san may have just casually ended this war, or added more fuel to the fire. Time will tell. He and Kitase did an interview recently. Man, these two just don't stop doing interviews. You gotta give them credit for engaging with the fans as much as they have. And naturally, Nomura never shows up. He likes to keep his identity as much a mystery as his characters.
So?
Anyways, Hamaguchi was asked about the date scene at the end of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and he had this to say. There could be many different interpretations of what this scene truly means for each player, but Aerith has always been this sort of sisterly character pulling Cloud along and encouraging him. She is feeling what is to come and understanding her fate. She's still pushing Cloud along and leading him in this way, and it shows her pure-heartedness and inner strength. The important part of this quote is he said, sisterly, to describe their relationship. So in other words, not romantic. It seems like he just said the quiet part out loud, which is why Kitase tried to chime in and sort of damage control. Cloud's thought of deeply by two different women. What a lucky guy. Translation of the translation. We can't break the illusion that Cloud and Aerith are lovers or we'll have a bunch of death threats coming our way from fans. So anyway, if Cloud and Aerith aren't meant to be romantically involved, then that must mean that Cloud and Tifa are. Now, if you've been watching some of my prior Final Fantasy VII Rebirth content, you would know that none of this is particularly new to me. I guess that makes me Team Clody, but really, I don't care much about who is shipped with who. I am mainly Team Clody because of my observations of the story. The fact that the fans are split on this is more of a mishap from the original game in my opinion. I think that's how it was supposed to be all along, but they just didn't communicate it well. In Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, however, they are clearly communicating that Tifa is meant to be the romantic love interest of Cloud. It starts with the scene at the Junon Inn. Then it continues with the scene at Gongaga, where Cloud and Tifa almost kiss. Then, if you get Tifa for the Skywheel scene at the Gold Saucer, he and Tifa actually kiss. Which, while you're at it, give that subscribe button a kiss for me as well. But their relationship is deeper than just the mere kiss. You see, Tifa grew up with Cloud, and in terms of the narrative, there is absolutely utility in that. When Cloud goes apeshit at Gongaga, killing a bunch of soldiers, and even trying to kill Tifa herself, Tifa still stands by Cloud and knows that's not the real Cloud. The reason she knows this is because she knew who Cloud was before he became a soldier. And we know from the original game that she's an instrumental part of helping him restore his memories during the livestream sequence from the original, which will, of course, be a sequence in Part 3. She plays a pivotal role in not just Cloud's backstory, but his development arc itself. Aerith doesn't have the same history with Cloud, and also dies halfway through the story, so it's pretty hard for her to be his romantic interest by the end. Now, you could tell a story in which a lover tragically dies midway through the story, but a lot would have to change for this to work effectively as a narrative in Final Fantasy VII, to the point where the whole story itself would have to change, making it a completely different game. Suffice to say, Cloud and Tifa are Final Fantasy VII's true couple. And yeah, that's gonna piss a lot of people off. Now, I've covered this topic before in my review of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, so if you're looking for another video to watch, you can do no better than to watch that video right here.